Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the special edition of Hajj 1445 corresponding to 2025. And yes, we are now going back to Azizia and we are going to be greeting Hujaj there. Hajj is the Hajj Maqbool, Hajj Magrur. And I've got from the beautiful Western Cape, we have Hajis from Boland, from the area of Boland. So shout out for everybody from Boland. There's your representative there. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brother.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi. I'm going to hand over to Brother Al Hajj Irshad Gafoor from a beautiful place in the Bolan called Paarl Sharif. It's become Sharif because of this beautiful Hajis that we've met from that place, inshallah, who was feeding the Hujjaj Al Baik this morning when they were coming out of the Jamarat. I mean, that's now really special. It can only be people from Paarl that do things like this, inshallah. Let me hand over to Al Hajj Irshad Sharif, Al Hajj Irshad Gafoor from Paarl Sharif, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Shukran for joining us here on Salam Media's Hajj broadcast special. Firstly, Hajj Magrur, Hajj Maqbool. Um, just tell us about, I can see the inner light radiating outwards, Alhamdulillah, extending here. We can feel it, it's tangible. What are your feelings here? What are your experiences? Share a little bit about your experience.
Oh, shukr, alhamdulillah. To be honest, I can't really put into words what I'm feeling at this moment. Alhamdulillah. Shukr to everyone. May Allah accept our ibadat. May Allah accept our du'as. Alhamdulillah, our country was in our du'as constantly. We make du'a that Allah make it easy on all of us, inshallah. But what a wonderful feeling, what a wonderful experience. Inshallah, may everyone get to experience this. And just to cap it all off, we have such wonderful leaders, such wonderful alims that are with us to guide us here all the way. And we make shukr to them also. May Allah accept their sacrifices to us. And what a wonderful experience this morning with Hafiz Mahmoud. After completing the pelting of Jamarat al-Aqaba, we sat down and we fed Hujjaj that just finished their pelting. And wow, what a wonderful experience. And like I said, I really just can't put into words what I'm feeling here.
Subhanallah, and tell us about your experience night under the sky, under the stars. How was that? And also, yes, because you had to share those stars with the global Muslim Ummah, the Ummah, and how was that feeling?
Oh wow, what a feeling! What a feeling! You know, you come in from the plains of Arafah, and you get put down in Muzdalifah, and I have never seen so many human beings lying next to each other. But shukr, what a feeling! Hey, lying down under the stars, and it's the first time that I felt a cool breeze in Saudi. But indescribable, really so wonderful, alhamdulillah.
And your experience, everybody goes there to reenact your pelting, that was the action Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loved of Ibrahim alayhi salam. He was so obedient in submitting to Allah's command that not even shaitan could dissuade him. In fact, not only that, he picked up stones to pelt shaitan, and Allah loved that action. And every hujaj reenacts that, the pelting and saying, you know what, we follow Allah, we submit to Allah, and shaitan, we reject you, we reject you, we reject you 7 times first, and then tomorrow you're going to continue with shaitan and the other shaitans in shaitan's gangs. Like I tell, I'm an educator, and I tell my little ones that shaitan has his gang. So you're going to be approaching shaitan's gang tomorrow as well. How was it feeling of rejecting shaitan, pelting shaitan, and saying, Allah, we on the Sirat al Mustaqim, we submitting?
Yeah, you know, the build up to that, it's such a taxing experience. You get very little sleep prior to that, but the moment you see those shaitans, you get the energy to start pelting. And hey, alhamdulillah. It takes me back to my late great grandfather. May Allah grant Allah marhamin Jannah, inshallah.
Ameen.
He
Ameen.
performed his Hajj in the early 80s, and immediately after completing his Hajj, he passed on in the Holy Lands. And he wrote letters back in the day that he sent back home, and in his letters he stated that the Hajj for him was indescribable, and his dua is that every single Muslim must experience this. And I can now understand those words of his to say that, wow, what a unique experience and a different experience for every single Haji. And inshallah, my dua is to continue the dua of my great grandfather that every single Muslim gets to experience this Hajj, inshallah.
Summa we all can fulfill our fifth pillar of deen, fifth pillar of
Ameen,
Islam.
ameen,
So I'm going to leave you to it. I believe your Hajj brother, once you form, and Hajj is a unique journey because what happens is you form friendships and bonds here, and then those Hajj brothers and Hajj sisters become your brothers and sisters for life. So you will connect with them once a month, and it will always be uh they become part of your circle. You meet for maybe 4 or 5 weeks, but they left an indelible mark in you. You shared such moments of transformation that they will be forever part of your circle. You'll share in each other's future joys, inshallah. So I have brother Shaheen, I believe a brother of yours who's a Hajj brother of yours. So I'll just ask
correct.
brother Mahmoud to facilitate as he hands us to brother Shaheen to speak.
Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes, and we're moving over while Brother Shaheen gets mic'd up, and I think we all clear. If we can just ask his facilitator, Hafiz Mahmoud, to just hold the camera steady so that we don't see you um, all wobbly, so we can see the noor emanating from Brother Shaheen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hajj Mabrur, Hajj Maqbul, Al Hajj Shaheen Khalfe from the mother city in Cape Town, the beautiful mother city.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So tell us, as I've asked, tell me this transforming feeling. What are the emotions currently? How you feeling? How was that experience yesterday when we submitted? In all our humility, you submit to Allah. You beg. You open your begging bowls. You cry to Allah to forgive you, to reform you, and then also we ask Allah for all our beneficial needs, beneficial duas. How was that standing in the sweltering heat? But submitting to Allah.
Alhamdulillah, I must say it's been an extremely emotional, overwhelming experience, spiritual, transformative. One runs out of superlatives to explain the this journey that one has been on. But if I go back, I think I'd be remiss to not first put into context the Mina coming into the plains of Mina, into the camp of Mina, and sitting in the tent, and it wasn't easy. And one sits there, and we come from the comforts of our homes, the comforts of the hotels that we've been in Medina Sharif and Makkah Sharif, and you come to this humble abode in a tent, sitting in Mina on a single mattress. In fact, half the size of a single mattress, in extreme heat. And I think the way I made sense of it all was that, we always learn, especially on Shabbat Barat, one of the du'as we make is that we need to be dependent solely on Allah and no one else. And I think that epitomizes the sort of spirit that got me through. You realize that it's only Allah that can get you through this difficulty, which was like sitting in a sauna. But alhamdulillah, with Allah's qudrat and with His grace, one got through that. And I think what it does is it brings one down, to a very, very low level and primes one really to take advantage of the moments in Arafah. So we came into Arafah, tents of Arafah. Alhamdulillah, we're very, very fortunate. As South Africans, the facilities that we were afforded was even though it was hot, it was very comfortable. We don't have much to complain about, alhamdulillah. And the proceedings of the day proceeded, and it was a build-up. It was a build up. It was a gradual build up. The anticipation was, was just building with each and every passing half hour and every minute. It built up. Everyone getting consumed in the du'as. They were group du'as. We were really blessed. Brother Irshad just mentioned we were blessed, so fortunate to have very, very qualified and inspirational alims to lead us. Maulana Olga did a beautiful, group dua, all-encompassing dua that really ranged and, hit one to the core, and really set the tone. Hafiz Mahmoud had a session with us. We went through the istighfar of Sayyid Hassan al-Basri, an all-encompassing istighfar with 70 various istighfars in there, and also fairly all-encompassing. And one could take that away and sit, and just go through it and speak to the Almighty. And it was, phew, it was very, very emotional, extremely emotional, but something that one has to go through for the Hajj, I suppose. And I think every Haji goes through. And then also the moment with my wife, we're standing outside in the heat, doing our joint du'as together, asking Allah to bring us closer together and actually feeling, that sort of bond just getting stronger, and making du'as for our families and all the friends and community that have supported us, that are continuously making du'a for us. It was truly emotional, truly transformative, and we just make shukr that we are of the ummah of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. First and foremost, that we are born into this deen, into this pure deen that affords us so many advantages, so many benefits, and that it takes the Hajj, to make one realize what one has been missing out throughout one's life. We try to live as best as we can, but we are all sinners. I speak for myself. I'm a sinner. And that you've got this opportunity to ask Allah, to beseech Allah to get you back to the straight path, to forgive you whatever you've done, and it's truly, it's difficult to put into words, and we make shukr that Allah's given us, and I make shukr that Allah's given me the opportunity to present myself here in the Holy Lands, to go through this journey, and inshallah, my dua is that all those that have preceded us and all those that are on this journey with us, that Allah grants that we are able to live that sort of life that the Quran and the Sunnah and the way of the awliya and the Anbiya, that the way that they've lived, that we are able to live our lives in that way, inshallah.
Ameen,
It's
Summa,
a bit
Ameen.
emotional, so
I know. I'm in. You know what? I'm feeling that emotion. It's tangible. Alhamdulillah. You encapsulated it so well, and you remembered everybody, because you know what? We are not an island. We are community, and that's why Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to cry, "My ummah, my ummah, my ummah." And when you go to Hajj, you get to experience what is meant, the essence of ummah, ummah, and we get to be Muslims. And in every facet, we get to experience this. And I can feel that even when you're saying the dua for people, because you just didn't get to Hajj, there was duas of your community, your family first, your community, and so many people who were this backbone of support to get you to experience that. And I'm so glad you've acknowledged all of them as well. And I'm sure no doubt remembered all of them as you stood on the plain of Arafat. And I can feel the transformation in you. Alhamdulillah. Shukran for sharing your inner thoughts with us. We appreciate it because it inspires us. And for those who have not yet been, it just creates that fire burns, and more so you just adding, you stoking that fire, so they propel to make more dua that Allah gets them there next year, this time Hajj 1446, inshallah they can be there. Well,
Ameen.
shukran so much. Let me just salam to Hafiz Mahmoud before we round up the segment. If we can
Shukran wa
just
alaikum
hand
salam.
over to Wa alaikum salam.
Inshallah, I'll get to you as soon as possible.
Okay, so we're getting back to Hafiz
Hello.
Mahmoud. Assalamu
Yes.
alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi. I just want to show you something very quickly. Uncle, see this uncle here. This uncle here is such an amazing uncle. He made the youngsters look inadequate. I mean, he was so
Subhanallah.
amazing throughout the whole journey.
Can
And
we
the
get
pace,
uncle's name?
73 years. Uncle, what is your good name?
Abdullah Khan.
Abdullah Khan, yes, he did tell me and I
Subhanallah.
forgot about it. Uncle Abdullah Khan is 73 years young, but he put all the youngsters, he made them feel inadequate. The way he was marching through
Subhanallah.
Mina and Muzdalifah,
Allah
and may Allah
continue to
grant him
grant you
long.
that strength and that
Ameen,
vigor and vitality,
Ameen.
inshallah.
Ameen, Ameen, Ameen. Allah bless him. Allah grant him khair and barakah, inshallah. And may Allah keep Uncle Abdullah Khan with us for many, many more years, inshallah. His daughter came with him for Hajj, and she did a lot of khidmat of him. But he's been super fit. He's been a pleasure to have Umrah and Hajj together, alhamdulillah. Allah bless him.
Subhanallah,
Grant
subhanallah.
him
Allah
khair.
reward your daughter. I think you did as much khidmat for her by the sounds of it
Yeah.
as well, alhamdulillah. And so I think this bond is cemented forever, alhamdulillah,
Yeah.
that Allah grant you those blessed opportunity to undertake
You
this
know what?
journey with them.
Appa, listen nicely. You know, I took my daughter right to the Baitul Haram where Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam made,
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
the namaz, right? And
Yes,
he had his ayat of the Quran where he released it from Jibreel Salam,
Okay.
right? And then from there, when that mayat was in Mecca, in Medina, I took the janaza and stood by the steps. You know the two steps, right and left side?
Yeah.
I stood in the
yes.
right hand side. And when the janaza was going inside the Jannat Baki, I went inside the Jannat Baki and I saw the great carpet there was where Bibi Khatija, Bibi Maryam, Bibi Kulthum, all Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam wife
Sallallahu alaihi
was
wasallam.
buried.
Alhamdulillah.
See, I
Alhamdulillah.
saw all that.
Allah
Then
bless
from
you,
there,
Uncle.
then I came to Makkah. Then I said, my daughter, it's 4 o'clock. You come with me, I'll take you.
Allahu
One
Akbar.
side is ladies and one side is men. I took her right to the member of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam where he was make tilawat of the Quran and gave dawat to the Sahaba Ikram and them to go to every corner of the four walls of the world and get dawat of mine. What I gave talim to y'all must give out the four corner of the world.
Allahu
If I'm
Akbar.
not living too,
Allah.
we must do that too also.
Ameen, Ameen, Ameen.
Subhanallah.
Uncle,
Allah accept
look,
it. Allah get these
Yeah.
great nehmas. We need to go. I have
you
my
speak
guests
again,
waiting from
inshallah.
Inshallah.
Palestine. We want to check
Okay.
what's connecting back to Masjid Quds.
Ameen,
Shukran,
Ameen,
Brother
Ameen.
Mahmoud. I just want to leave in
Ameen.
parting to say, uh,
Yes.
Brother Mahmoud,
Yes,
it
I'm
looks
here.
like your khidmat transcends you. Alhamdulillah, I message Shireen. She says, you must tell Hafiz Mahmoud, we were sitting behind him in Azizia. He gave me his fan and he's standing musalla. So you met them already, making khidmat for them already. You gave her
Oh,
the fan, gave her the
Alhamdulillah.
coolness, and you shared her your standing musalla. So it seems you've met
Ameen.
them already. And I think you've
I've met
touched
them
the
now. I know
lives.
exactly who you're talking about.
You've touched the lives of several hujaj. Allah reward you. And may Allah
Ameen.
continue to use you in khidmat and
Ameen.
service of the hujaj,
Ameen.
inshallah. And
Ameen.
shukran for connecting
Ameen.
with us and sharing us of your time. Assalamu alaikum wa
Wa
rahmatullahi
alaikum
wa
assalam wa
barakatuh.
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Oh, Uncle, you are famous now.
With that, we're going to go for a short break and then we're checking what's happening in Al Quds. Yes, we are just checking. Oh, we still have him on. So let's go quickly to Al Quds to find out what was happening. A difficult, somber Eid, but let's see how did Eid Salah go and how is Eid being observed in Al Quds.